Hello and welcome. As always, my name is Stuart and I am the Data Strategist. Today's topic is data governance and 5 key areas you should focus on. So let's jump straight in, and at number 1 on my list is architecture. There are hundreds of ways to move, transform, load, store and visualize data, and it can start to become very overwhelming for the amount of choice that you've got to hand. So when it comes to architecture, I look at 3 principles. Number 1 is understand all the use cases and relevant policies. Either those are internal or external. Number 2, be the bridge between business and engineering requirements. This is really important as the use cases between these departments are sometimes huge and you have to align them with the architecture. Number 3, pick the relevant technology and not the latest and greatest buzzword. Although we all enjoy the most current trends, sometimes you need a holistic view to understand the longevity of the technology that you're going to be choosing. Next up is security. There are many aspects in this space, but try to keep it simple. First up is confidentiality. Protect your business or your customer data by using encryption techniques. Secondly, we have integrity, managing internal and external consistency of the data and who has access to them. Finally, for this section, availability, protection against DOS attacks and making sure you have a disaster recovery plan in place are key aspects there. And next, we have regulations. There are lots of regulations or governing bodies, so whether it's the Data Protection Act or the now superseded GDPR, you need to make sure that you're within their guidelines. But there's also industry bodies to consider, such as the ICO or the FSA, depending on what sector you're working in. Again, make sure you're working within these guidelines or run a risk of a hefty fine. Here we have number 4, and that's quality. In this section, you need to make sure your source system is acting as it should by delivering accurate and reliable data. Number 2, every time data is moved or transformed, run a quality check or a test to ensure accuracy. This is going to really help you understand where things have gone slightly awry. Number 3, the data provided is only as good as the use case it's intended for. Don't try to mash data to make up a KPI to prove your story. Get your source systems to do that. It'll help you in the long run. Number 5, we have operations. Now this is broken down into deployment. How are you going to install the new tech or migrate to existing into a live environment? Monitoring, keeping a lookout for anomalies or system failures. And then finally, disaster recovery, bouncing back from those failures and protecting the data are another 2 key aspects. An extra tip for data governance success is data stewardship. You need to create a data council with members from each area of the business to take responsibility of the data in their given area. Doing this helps ensure the data quality. And finally, it allows you to build a company-wide policy, and it helps with all your best practices. I hope it's given you some food for thought around data governance. If you feel there's more areas we should be looking at, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest content. My name is Stuart, and I am the Data Strategist. Until next time.